by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself. I just got done and I'm home. Who wants to get sloppy and weird? What's up, everybody? What up, Mad Action? What's up, homie? What's up to my homies out there? What's up, Jacob? Killer? Mad Action? Bro, what's going on? It's a good morning. It's a pain in the ass, though, as far as, like, I need a secretary, dude. Todd Fair says Joe and Bischoff was on AEW compared to Inner Circle to the NWO. Did you laugh? I would compare the Inner Circle more to like the more to DX. You know what I mean? Not as good, obviously. It's really hot out right now. I would consider the Inner Circle to be more like DX. You know what I mean? What's up, S. Dot? If that's you, I don't know. What up, man? I hope that's really you. You can hear the air vents? Yeah, let me turn them down. I got my AC blazing because it's so hot. I'll turn them down, though, for the benefit of our audio here. Whew! Just got home. Just got changed. I was sweating, dude. I was sweating so much today. I had to walk a landscape. It was crazy. What up, Brandon? Ishmael, am I still at my job? I'm still at the second job, my other job, but I'm not at the third one. The third thing I was doing, I axed. I wish I didn't axe it because I actually was making okay money at it, but I thought I was getting gypped on the commission, and it turns out I wasn't. But oops. You know, maybe I wrote them though, so maybe I can get back in there. We'll see. Nikki J, what's up? Q&A, anything goes, talk about anything, do anything, whatever, anything, whatever. What up, Nikki J? We'll see. I'm drinking out of the Star Wars cup now. So we'll see how that goes. What's up, Matt Moon? What's up, XMAS? What's up, everybody? What's up, Nikki J, the weed god? You love me, I love you, dude. You're a good guy. But yeah, we'll see. Why am I in my car? I'm always in my car. Dude, you know, my car needs oil. I can hear it ticking weird. You know what I mean? Click, click, click. If the Islanders win, I get $100. Patience is a virtue. This is true. It's just like I'm being patient for this alert to go out to everybody. Tonight, in place of the AEW review, I think we're going to be able to do something special for you live on the channel. Also, I think me and Jake are going to record our podcast as soon as I'm done with this, I believe. I also have a meeting that I have to go to with my one of my partners that I'm working with on something outside of this stuff, so that I got to do that. So it's a busy day, man. I feel like the day's at the end right now. I feel like it's 6 p.m., but it's only 3 p.m., and now I'm doing a live stream. And then after this, I think I'm going to do another podcast for Patreon, and then me and Jake hopefully will be on that. If not, I'm going to be doing one anyway. No AEW tonight. That's true. What up, Beyond the Ring with Big T? How you doing, Big T? Oh, how you doing? You got COVID after effects? Yeah, man. One of the biggest things that they're saying, which we already knew this, and they've been saying it since day one, is, you know, just about being in shape, having vitamin D, don't be overweight, all those things. I'm overweight, you know. I would probably struggle with it. You know, we even know our buddy there who sometimes wants to kill me and sometimes is cool. No, I'm just kidding. He got it too, and he got it bad, and he's, I believe, in pretty fucking good shape. You know what I mean? Danny MT got it, and he's in damn good shape. You know, right? He's like a fighter or whatever, and he's always training and shit. Whether he's fighting or not, he's always training, I believe. And Danny got it bad, you know. So you know, whatever. What up, Daniel? FYI for anybody that drops a dono, Super Chats will work, I believe. Yeah, Super Chats work, and Streamlabs will work down below. Perfect Sparrow will work down below, and Streamlabs, Perfect Sparrow, and Super Chats will work. But just don't use Elements right now, because Elements isn't working. Just use the other ones if you want to. That's just an FYI to anybody, so you don't go, fuck, where's my thing? I don't know. Joe, why haven't you sent your application to become a commentator for AEW? I mean, that's funny. Because I'm a piece of garbage. And nobody would hire a piece of garbage. What up, CJ Crumb? How you doing, man? I said we should hunt child molesters. And that got me taken off on Twitter, I believe. But also it was the Twitter purge. You guys have been hearing about all the Republican and conservative accounts that have been banned on Twitter. And because I'm not a full hardcore liberal and I sort of like say random things and I'm independent, I probably fit that category. So that's probably why. I am banned for life on Twitter. I'm not supposed to be on there. I'm banned for life. IP banned for saying MTV hates white people. Which is weird because other comedians can write crazy comedic things, but when I write comedic things, it's like I get banned. I don't understand it. How do people, you know, a comedian who's I think I'm somewhat similar to as far as like the stuff I want to say. Whoa, shit.
Become a shit bomb.
What up, Tony Brooks?
Hey Joe, it's Cody Mastro. Just on my main YouTube, I hate my job.
That's not good if you hate your job. But you know what? You have a house, right, Cody? Because of your job, you have a house. Cody, thanks for the $4.99, man. You just paid for my gas. I'm sorry, bro. Why do you really hate your job, dude? I mean, right? I'm 37. I'm about to be 37 years old, and the only jobs I ever loved or liked a lot. I sort of liked my satellite job because I enjoyed installing the satellites and finding the location of the satellite and hooking up the wiring. The day went by fast. I listened to radio. I had a blast doing that. But the only thing I didn't like about it was at the time, I only made $16 or $15 an hour. And I was risking my life on people's rooftops to hang satellite dishes. So I guess that was the downside. It's like, what am I doing? So I sort of liked that job, but I also felt that this is underpayment. You know, I'm getting underpaid for this. I feel like we're installing someone's TV service for the first time. They're spending $75 to $80 a month. Like, can the install technician get like at least fucking like $30 per gig, you know? Or I guess that is what you got, actually. $16 an hour is $30 per gig, so. Because it took about an hour to 2 hours to hook it up usually, so I guess that is what you got. But fuck it, I guess we should have gotten more. We should have gotten the whole goddamn thing, I don't know. I think I sort of like that. You know, the sales jobs, when you're picking up a phone over and over again, eventually you get sick of that. You know, let me just blast myself with some AC. Ah, there we go. Okay. All right. I'm good now. So real spine-chilling stories. Thank you, Cody Mastro. By the way, great channel. Good job. Well, I was watching it the other day. I was like, this is pretty good, man. Like, it's good. I'll give him some love. He paid for it, goddammit. You don't want this community will eat your asshole open. I thought NXT was good last night. Pretty good. And I really liked the Ted DiBiase angle with LA Knight. I really liked that. I would,
Shit bomb!
Oh, shit.
You become a shit bomb.
It's just the people here. Work with lazy people.
Oh, yeah. What up, Real Spine? That's crazy that that alert didn't pop up on the screen. The last one did. I don't understand why that one didn't. Everybody was dying when Samoa Joe choked out Adam Cole. That was funny. You know, what's frustrating about it, Cody, is that you're on a different frequency than everybody else then. It really sucks when you're putting a lot in and other people aren't. Or when maybe if you're not putting in as much, if people don't have the same value of the work, you know, it can get frustrating. So I definitely get that. You know, that sucks. So I'll tell you the third job that I had, you know, I do this, right? Obviously, this is my main source of income. You guys, the ad revenue isn't big, but you guys being patrons and you guys donations live is the main source of income right now. I don't really have talents. I'm kind of an idiot, and I guess I'll always just be an idiot, you know, who's lucky to have, you know, I've worked ever since I was young, so I have I can tell you a lot of stories. I can tell you about my experiences in so many different jobs. It's fucking crazy. So, I mean, I don't know. It's endless what I could talk to you about. But obviously my weaknesses are in organization. I have ADHD. I got ADD. You know, organization is bad for me. Like, it's really bad. You know, I probably should be on some kind of medication for my disorderness or my bad time management. So between that and everything else, it's really bad. Like, I even had a job, my recent job one of my other jobs that I'm working at now, I was always late in the morning, and the guy was like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I'm retarded." And he was like, "Dude, why don't you just work later in the day?" And I was like, "Okay, you'd let me do that?" He's like, "Yeah." So I work later in the day, and I pretend that I go in earlier, and so that I'm on time, because I couldn't get organized enough to get out there in time for the check-ins. So, you know, but that's good if you can find a job that works with you, if you're like me and you're like tard. I mean, dude, I was so bad that in high school they put me in the goddamn special needs class, right? And everybody around me was like fucking, like really, really bad. Like, it was so bad that I was helping the teacher. You know what I mean? The teacher was like, you know, "Jim, do you know what's 3 times 3? You know, or whatever." And then the kid would be like, "I don't know." You know, and then they'd be like, "All right, well, we're going to do multiplication." And like, it came to the point where the teacher was like upset one class, and she was like, "Nobody gets how to do this." And she's like, "All right, I'm going to come around to you individually and show you all how to do the, you know, it was harder than that. It was like, fuck, what do you call it, guys? I don't remember anymore now, but, you know, math when you got to start, shit, what's it called, man? I don't remember anymore. But anyway, some math where you had to start doing carrying over the numbers and stuff like that. And we're in 12th grade, and these people in the special needs class were like, "I don't know." And she's like, "Dude, we did this a month ago, guys. We need to prep for it for the test." And so dude, I was like, "I know how to do that easily. I can show everybody how to do that." And the teacher was like, "Okay." So I was helping the teacher, like, because every kid needed individual attention. And the teacher went to the fucking principal people, and she's like, "This guy, like, why is he in here?" He's like, so I am too retarded to be in the regular classes, but too smart to be in the other classes. So I get it. Fractions, no, it was long division. Jagdapanzer is what it was. Long division, and also something other kind of multiplication that I don't remember. My dad's taught calculus at Northeastern University. Like, I'm
you
stupid.
become a shit bomb.
Cheers to Joe and Cody. Happy hump day to all.
Thank you. Cheers to you guys. I agree. Really mysterious. Thank you. I hope that Cody throbs I hope Cody's girlfriend's hole throbs in the moonlight. Ted DiBiase sold beautifully yesterday. That was fun to see. Everybody's hating on Baltimore. I don't know why. What happened in Baltimore? Something happened? I know they stabbed white people after baseball games in Baltimore, but I don't know what happened today. What happened today in Baltimore? What up, RJ? How you doing? RJ. Dude, it's hot, but I like it. I'll take it. I'll take the heat over that cold. That winter time was a long, cold winter. And there was never sun. It was driving me insane. Sonny got out of jail. Nice. You know what you should do is go to AEW and then, like, stand in front of a Shawn Michaels cutout and, like, perform a strip tease on it. And then tell everybody, like, wouldn't you like to hear about some of the things that Shawn Michaels tried to do to me? I don't know. That's terrible. Ted got stiffed with the punch. I don't think so. He got hit right here, like in the chest. I don't even think he got hit in the face. Sonny may have been the hottest person alive from 1995 to 1998, man. Maybe. The city sucks. So do the Ravens. And their fans. Darla, Jesus. What part, I mean, what, are you not from there, or what's going on? Did you get, like, double teamed by the Baltimore Ravens bus or something, or like, gang banged or whatever? He had a mark on his face, Sean? What, really? Looked like he didn't even get hit. Sure they didn't give him the mark? I saw the punch in real time, and I don't know, man, it didn't look anywhere near it. What up, Byron? How you doing? I have people that I know people that watch this show are from Baltimore that I know in Baltimore. They don't seem to have a problem. I don't know what the problem with Baltimore is. I mean, it's rough right now, right? It's pretty rough in Baltimore. Byron could probably tell us. I just remember that stabbing outside of the baseball park. Imagine you go to a baseball game and you're like having a good time and you're like, that was so fun. Let's go have a beer, everyone. Yeah. And then the BLM people showed up and then they just started stabbing white people who were like, ah! Remember the video of the white guy who's like, ah! As the guy's lunging at him with a fucking knife. Like, they never talk about that really, though, man. Like, they don't care. Like, it's funny. You can fucking just cut them all. Like, oh, ruckus stuff broke out the other day. That was funny. I mean, it was sad, too, because, you know, the guy's never been in a fight in his life. Here's a guy, probably from jail, with a fucking shank.
Shit bomb! You become a shit bomb.
What up, Lawrence?
Many people have ADHD. You are an inspiration, Joe.
Really? Who said that, by the way? I don't even know. Oh, what up, Really Mysterious? It was him. Yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of people have ADHD and ADD. I think I've got both. I was diagnosed with both, technically. I don't know what that means. But it's real bad, man. It really is. People in Baltimore hate Baltimore. Wow. I mean, most of my friends from Baltimore, I don't know, I've got a mix of everybody, really. I got a couple of people that I know that are white from Baltimore. Then I've got friends that are black from Baltimore. And, I mean, yeah, they've told me it's rough. You know, they haven't, like, bashed it, but they're like, yeah, it's pretty rough here right now. They sort of said that over the years it's become more like sort of what they envisioned Detroit to be in their area. So I guess that's bad, right? And that's coming from two different perspectives, I guess, right, of races. So, I don't know, man. I mean, it's the city, but I'm worried that that's going to happen in Boston now, because now we're getting people in politics here that are weird. Dude, it's like it's being done on purpose. It's very strange. We had really good leadership here, and all of a sudden now it feels like they just throw anybody in, and they're wanting to do all these things now, and it's like, wait a minute. We weren't doing those before. We were working out just fine. Leave us alone. So I wonder if now, and I don't know. RJ Scum, no, not as much in Boston. They don't as much in Boston. I don't know why that is. They don't quite have the get the accent. Not some people do, some people don't. It's interesting that that's the way it is. I don't know why that is. I'm not sure. Need to step up and reduce the crime rate. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. What up, Ed? AOC was a bartender before she got into politics. I mean, maybe I could be in politics then, Spanish, at this point. You know what I mean? Because even if you were like a clean slated guy, you would still be called like a crazy racist or something, right? So I mean, even if they dug up everything, whatever. I mean, I could just run at this point. Let's go. I think I could get close if I had a suit, you know, based on what's up, Joe Cena. I know what you're saying, but it's funny because it looks like Joe Cena confirmed his return to Chris Van Fish Fillet. Who will he face? Well, it looks like Cena is. Me and Jake talked about this. It looks like Cena is the backup for no Rock, or maybe all these guys will be involved. It looks like Cena is going to get SummerSlam. This is my guess. I don't know. It looks like Cena is going to get SummerSlam, and The Rock is going to get Survivor Series. And at some point, Brock Lesnar is involved in all of that as well. I don't 100% know what all that means, but that something's going on there. And Vince McMahon is aware the ratings are bad.
Shit bomb!
No shit. We all are, right?
You become
very good, Vince.
a shit bomb.
Last 20 minutes of work, thank for you went live lol, ran out of stuff to listen to lol.
That's funny. What up, man? And yeah, Cody, you shouldn't run out too, because I need to get more podcasts out there. So me and Jake are going to record ours tonight. And I'm going to be doing a new, I believe, daily one again. So I'm going to have my daily podcast back again. I'm going to have a mini one free for everybody, and then I'm going to have a full-length one that goes up on Patreon that you can download audio form or play if you want, either way. So hopefully people like the idea of that. So you guys should have something every day for me to listen to, or to listen to from me in the morning or afternoon.
Bomb! You become a shit bomb.
Canada and US are slowly drifting to the left.
Drifting to the left? What do you mean, like politically, or do you mean physically the continents are drifting? Or the countries are drifting? The continent of North America, are you saying that the thing's drifting or that the countries are drifting? I think we always move slightly to the left to a progressive space. I think that's sort of naturally how it goes. It's like we have this progressiveness and this change over here, and then we have this conservativeness over here, and it sort of swings.
Smoke weed every day.
Slowly all the time.
DA Almighty with God is here. Shout out to my Nickels in DA chat and my Nickel Cody from DA Greatest State and DA Almighty Nickel Joe. Great show. Happy Hump Day. Can't wait for a great weekend. Happy Father's Day. BTW.
Thank you. Nikki J, thanks, man, for the 420. What up, Nikki? The Weed God. Oh, politically, yeah, no, I agree with you. You're probably right. Sloth, what up? When are you going to try to get JB back? I tried that years ago, and that's not going to happen. Has always been further. He's busy with his family and stuff, brother. Shout out to Nikki J. Shout out to Geddy Lee. America's not a country, it's a corporation. It certainly kind of is. I think the LA Knight Ted DiBiase segment was the best segment on NXT. That was my favorite thing, man. Watching Ted DiBiase sell as a 67-year-old or 70-year-old almost, I mean, dude, that was awesome. I knew he could do it. I remember years ago, they wouldn't let him take bumps, or he wasn't taking bumps years ago. I'm talking about like 15 years ago. And so to see him do it now was kind of crazy. Somebody on Twitter, before I was banned again, somebody on Twitter said, check that, who had that on their list of things to see in 2021? And I was like, yeah, basically, you would not expect that. You guys can, if you want to get a hold of me for free and you can't be a patron, The best way is Instagram, I guess. Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show, or just look up Joe Cronin Show on Instagram. I don't know, I got like 2,000 something followers. Come find me on Instagram. Plus, I do like little live streams on there sometimes where I can bring you into the calls and shit. I don't know. What up, Norma? I mean, a long time ago I did, yeah. Long time ago. That's old news. What are you gonna, you know what I mean? What are you gonna ask someone over and over again forever? Hey! Patrick, what's up, Patrick? Thanks for subbing to the channel. What's going on, man? I'm gonna drink this Star Wars Pog. What are these Pogs? What were they called? Ah, they spilled coffee in my eyes. Pilshkov, what's going on? Or Pilshkov, what's going on? I probably just butchered your name. I'm sorry. Is that Russian? What up, Norma? You've been gone a while? Yeah. I tried very hard, yeah. No doubt, Norma. I tried really hard to keep him, obviously. That was years ago now. He's been gone for over a year. Throughout every, week and month, I would try again, no doubt. But, no, he's committed to family and stuff. It's definitely been a dream of mine to, it's been a dream of mine to go to a zoo and basically wear only a diaper and climb a tree and sit in the tree and then stare at the people as they come by and just go, and they're just like, what? Because what would they do? The people wouldn't know what to do, And I think people wouldn't leave. I think they wouldn't walk away. I think they would stay, and these crowds would form, and they would end up. I would go viral on YouTube. I swear to God, I would go viral on YouTube. Can you imagine? Like the people, like they'd be like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck? Some guy is in a diaper in the tree," and like everyone would whip out their cell phones. Everyone would pull their cell phones out, and I'd be like, I go poo-poo now. Poo-poo now. Ah! Like, dude, that would go viral everywhere. Like, I'd be like the naked, diaper-wearing fucking zoo guy. Like, it would be, I'd be on, like, Good Morning America. I'd be all over the place. They'd be like, why did you do that? Oh, I did it just to, to raise awareness. For what? Oh, I wanted to raise awareness for that people have to wear diapers. Like, adults have to wear diapers, like when they're 70 and it's normal. So you decided to climb into a zoo, into the turtle cage and climb a tree and... Why, what, how do people... You didn't even have a sign to tell people about this, man. I mean, you committed a crime, technically. Maybe, but, I'm sick of old people getting made fun of for wearing diapers, And I think that, people have to realize that it's a normal evolutionary thing that happens, and it's a normal process of life. You start in a diaper, you end in a diaper, if you're lucky. And I just want to bring normalcy to diaper-able people or whatever. Come up with some weird name, diaper-able or, bathroom-abled people. I don't know. Self-aware fecal matter droppers. We could come up with some kind of slogan for it. I'm not sure what that would be. But that it would go viral. I mean, there'd be like several angles of it and everything. And then I would drop down from the tree and I would look around, like look left, look right, and then go, ah! And then just run away. Like, Yeah, I wouldn't want a diaper though either, to be honest. I'd probably just say, all right, oh, I'm in a diaper? Okay. I'm gonna go buy a gun now. The second that you tell me that I need to wear a diaper, like as a doctor or whatever tells me, goes, well, it's that time that recommend, really surgery. There's nothing that's going to help at this point, but, you just basically got to wear a diaper. They make diapers, and that's what you got to do. I'll be like, oh, okay, that's what I gotta do? Alright, hello, Bowflex machine. I'm fucking done. I will Benoit Bowflex myself. That's when hopefully by the time that happens, we've fixed that problem. It's possible that we do. Whether that's like stem cells, you grow a new colon liner, I don't know. Because I'm 37 now. In about 10 years, we'll have a slight advancement. In 20 years, we'll probably have a significant advancement. In 20 years from now, right? 25 years from now? 20, 25. So I'll be 47, 57. Yeah, I'll be approaching 60, where we should have some slight, breakthroughs, I would think, potentially. What up, Colonel Stutters? I saw the Picard trailer, and while I'm interested in Q being back, I'm not interested in this this Star Trek that's so dark, depraved, sad, and Picard looks frail and old. I mean, Q looks good. John, what's his name? John Livkow or Favkrow or John something French name I can't pronounce. He looks great as Q. He looks good. I like that he appears to seem a lot younger than Picard. He's more spry as a person, whereas Picard or Patrick Stewart is really looking frail. Patrick Stewart really looks frail. I'm hoping that they retcon everything. That's what I was hoping for. That he's like, oh, Picard, I've been, this has been one of your longest dreams. Wake up. He wakes up and the attack on Mars never happened. The Data stuff never happened. None of this shit ever happened. And Picard is just simply in his ready room or in Starfleet Command, and Picard was thinking about retiring, and all this was just done by Q, and it's a big retcon of Picard. He's not a robot anymore. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, this show is terrible. Like, if you were like, yo, I love Star Trek The Next Generation, now I'm gonna watch Picard and, like, destroy everything that I've ever known about, or, like, ruin everything that show did to this character. Jonathan Lithgow, is that it? Really? That's not that French, I guess. Oh, Delancey, there you go, Zach McNulty. John Delancey. It's some kind of... Yeah, the Delancey thing threw me off. Robert Hurt, what's up? I don't know who that is, really mysterious. And I don't know the Blacklist. I'll have to look that up. Maybe Pocket Aces, maybe. But I guess I might watch it again if I want. 7 of 9 is now a murderous rebel psycho. Picard is can't do anything right, really, without his friends, old guy who is weird, and now a robot. Data was cool. He always thinks of Data, apparently. One of the women on the ship is a murderer, that she was going to go to jail, but because they won at the end, she doesn't go to jail, and everybody's happy with her, despite the fact that she was, like, a murderer. Scott Pilgrim's girlfriend. So that's weird. Picard's best friend calls him JL. So instead of calling him Jean-Luc or Picard, she calls him JL. And she's addicted to drugs, and her kids hate her, and she's just a druggy piece of shit. Wow. The show is so cool. I love Star Trek Picard. It makes me feel real happy about the perfect future, almost, that we were supposed to have, where The only conflict really was supposed to come from other aliens in other worlds as we try to unify them. But we ourselves are supposed to be pretty unified. When we go back in time and people swear, we're thrown off by how gross they are and how they swear. But in Star Trek Picard, we say fuck, cunt, shit, everything.
Smoke weed every day.
Demon crabs kill babies started THKKK and have run USA cities into the ground. ECT, do your research.
Democrat. Wow, Nikki J, what's going on? How you doing, brother? Thank you, Nikki J, the weed god, for that. Todd Fair, what's up? WWE is the gold standard. Rumors going around that Cena will be heel. Maybe. He's going to be heel in the Fast and the Furious. And another thing as well. I mean, Nikki J is right for the most part with that, I believe. If you say that, you'll be canceled. Because, can you imagine what people would do? People will do anything to fornicate with children. And if you get in the way of that, they will kill you. Or they will silence you. In one way or another. Even if that's by silencing you for something you really did do to break the rules, they'll get you silenced while other people aren't. Real talk. About to binge Picard, completely ruined Star Trek for me. After hanging with Disney for the past seasons, Zach McNulty. If you like dark future and everybody swearing and everything you love being destroyed, you'll love Picard. If you love everything that you love being destroyed by a bleak, dark future, if you love men getting it wrong and being explained to by females, if you love misery, death, and out-of-character aggression, you'll love Star Trek Picard, coming to CBS All Access. So there you go. There's my trailer for Picard. You know, if you loved the feel-good, in the end, a lesson is learned, and the upbeat chemistry between characters and actors, if you loved the family feeling of watching Star Trek The Next Generation, the optimism, the excitement, the storytelling, then you'll hate Star Trek Picard. I tell you what, I'm running for state senator, and the fact of the matter is, Spanish Sloth, that I'm running for state senator. And if I have to kill a motherfucker to get in there, I'll do it. All day on my plantation, I was thinking about how I could fix this government, fix the world. But as your governor, I promise to do my best. Even if I have to hack a Democrat's legs, I'll do it. My name is Ted McCormick. And all my life, my family told me I should run. I should run for governor. And now I'm doing just that. And I will do that. I will win this race for you. I will run this state the way that it was supposed to be run. Even if I have to knife a motherfucker myself, I'll do it. There ain't no way out for the Democrats in this state. Anyway, there you go. That's one. What's up, Nikki J? You better smoke it. Lindsey Graham? I don't even know. Spanish Sloth, what's up? Buenos dias. Buenos tardes, I should say. GTS Maniac, do your best Trump supporter impression. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like some of them. I hate some of them. You know what they're doing to babies? They're fucking... That's a British accent. I don't know. I wanted to do Alex Jones. Do you know what they're doing to babies? Do you understand? Listen, I was in Texas all weekend, and here's the thing. all of my friends, I used to tell people in California, I say, come to Austin because it's so much better here. I know it's a liberal city, but Texas is still 100 times better than California. But recently it's becoming terrible. And now we have shootings, and they're all Democrats shooting people up because they take advantage of the gun laws. And maybe this is why Chicago, I mean, listen, the Democrats, this is what they do. Chicago has the strictest gun laws in the entire country. That's a fact. You can look it up. And they have the worst gun violence, okay? So Chicago has the worst gun violence. California is the biggest virtue signaler. We're going to take care of people. We love people. We want everything for free. Give people stuff for free. Give them a home. Give them this. We'll give you this, that, and the other thing. The biggest homeless problem in the whole country, California. So you got the biggest problem with homeless people in California, the biggest problem with guns in California, in Chicago rather. And these are the people that say we're going to lead the charge on gun control, have the biggest gun problem. And the people in California say we're going to lead the charge on making sure everybody has a home, making sure we take care of all the citizens. They have the biggest homeless population. This is what they do. They let their people die. They tell you, they scream the loudest, we're going to save people, we're going to save people. Meanwhile, they're sitting in the streets and dying. And in Texas, we don't do that. We say, everybody live to themselves. Yeah, we'll take care of you if we have to in a way, but you have to live for yourself. And we have less homeless people, yet more city. It's a disease. Prove me wrong, you can't. And now the government won't let us patrol the border the way we need to, and the most illegal aliens coming in than ever because Joe Biden told them to come on in. So if a Republican who actually had a spine was president, the border would be sealed off in a way. You'd have less children trafficked and less murder, death, less cages, and less problems with people just surging into the country. So the border's out of control here because of the liberal president, and the gun control is out of control in Chicago that's liberal because they don't know how to have gun control because they think that's the answer. It's the opposite. California, where they say, oh, we love everybody, we're so equal, we're so progressive, yeah, it's the most homeless people. Because the people would rather live outside and shit in the street. That's 3 strikes and you're out, Democrats. Liberals, you're out. Wake up. Wake up. You may hate Republicans. You may hate the cities. You may hate our the way we go about things. You may hate that we have God and we have families. But the fact of the matter is, your states are in the worst condition of anybody else, and yet these fucking people still vote for you. I don't believe it. What do I have to do? You have to see the bodies to believe it? You need to see the bodies? Sorry. I'll eat my fucking neighbor. I don't know. There's my Alex Jones rant. I don't know. Is he wrong? I don't know. I don't know. He's fucking hilariously entertaining. I don't know. Anyway, I just lost my mind there for a minute. How are you doing? What's up, Zach McNulty? I try to pick things that Alex has said that is kind of true. You know, I try to pick those things. You know, I mean, what can you say? He's really not that wrong. And I mean, you know. Moss Blaze, what up, man? No, but I do have to go do some stuff in a few minutes, so I got a few more minutes left with you guys hanging out. What's up, chat? Hit that like button, stick the thumb up my ass. What up, really mysterious? I just like to be open-minded, and that's why I'm an independent now. I just feel like I'm still very liberal, but I'm also I have some conservative views as well, but I'm very liberal. I would say I'm more like hippie-like or so, like I would want to be. But no, there's those other parts of me that come out too, so it's weird. You can't, you know. I just think anybody who goes all one way or the other way is, and right now we're going through an awakening throughout the world. You'll know about this if you look it up. The world's going through an awakening right now, and what you really have to be careful not to do is we're all operating on different frequencies right now. So we're all, your friend, if you're having a problem with your neighbor, your friend, or your wife or husband or brother, sister, and you're fighting over politics or Trump or Biden or this, that, and the other thing, what you have to realize is people are operating on different frequencies right now everywhere. And you don't want to create conflict with them. If you start talking about something and somebody else is really fighting it bad, you're not going to change their mind, really. They have to come to this awakening themselves. And the awakening doesn't mean that you're right, everybody's wrong. You can be having an awakening and your wife could be having an awakening, and they can be two different awakenings. Your spouse may be awakening to the fact that they feel that the whole earth needs to be nurtured and loved more, and we need to worry about global warming and what we're doing. You may be having an awakening about, wow, the left is going crazy and see all these things that are going on, and you may both be right. And your vibrations and your waves are different than each other, and you're both having a different awakening. And if you start to try to push your stuff on the other person, it's going to create conflict and resentment. A person will shut you down completely. You may have noticed this if you were talking to a liberal friend or a Republican friend, and that you just can't get through to them no matter what you do, and you think they're crazy and you're crazy. You're operating on different wavelengths at this time. The best thing to do is to not fight, not create conflict, because it just will never work. They have to sort of find it out on their own. Now, you could mention something out loud potentially and say like, wow, it's funny because they said this 2 months ago, but now they're saying that. It's so weird how that happens. If your brother then says to you, well, you know what Trump did? Trump did this and this and that. Your best bet there is to say, yes, I can see that. I can see that. There's so many double standards everywhere right now, though. That's the biggest thing, huh? And your brother may say, yeah, I mean, maybe. But Trump, and then just let him be. Let it be. And eventually, because some of the people that I've seen awaken, I'll use my ex-girlfriend as an example. Her Instagram rather, used to be filled with, I'm hanging out with my boyfriend and we're blah blah, and I love Bernie Sanders and I love left-wing stuff. Now she's a full-on, like, you would call her a QAnon person almost. And this happened overnight. Within about 3 months, she's deleted all her photos of her partying with people from LA and all these things and stuff like that. And her Instagram is now filled with like stuff about what's going on in the New World Order and all these things. And I was like, what the fuck is, I didn't even know I was still friends with her on Instagram. And I said this to Leah. I go, Leah, Jesus Christ. And she had an awakening overnight. Like, and this is somebody who would sometimes say that I was wrong about things, and it's crazy, dude. So you can't force it on anybody, no matter what the awakening is. And we're all on different vibrations and wavelengths right now. And we all are, everything is vibrating. All energy, all matter is vibrating, because there's no matter, really. I mean, there's matter, but it's always vibrating in frequency. Everything is we illusion this matter, but that's not what it is. We're all, in a way, one consciousness, but our own separate personalities, but we're operating more as one than we realize, than you know. It's amazing. And I don't 100% know what's going on with that. Yeah, Biden seems to have dementia. Trump was a very narcissistic person, very weird personality sort of disorder with him. He would do anything to be like, I did that. If you said that two tribes savagely murdered each other every year, and we can't find anybody to stop the murdering, Trump would try to stop the murdering. Not necessarily because it's a good thing to do, but because his ego to say, I stopped the murdering, After 4,000 years, I was the one to stop the murdering. That's how he operates, for better or worse. You know, it's weird. Joe Biden would say, oh, come on, man, what? I shit myself. Like, he's all fucking messed up. Dude, these are our presidents. No matter what you say, you can't deny that both presidents now have embarrassed us at the global meetings or whatever the fuck. Trump was an embarrassment because he was weird and everybody was embarrassed by him. And the media blew it up 100,000 times. Biden is equally as embarrassing. He doesn't know where the fuck he is at these meetings. He's like, oh, being led around. Dude, people think we're retarded here. Our presidents are, what are they doing? Dude, get a suit on and start making some friends with some people. Put a suit on and go up and start shaking people's hands with a translator and start making some friends with people. And start being a real person. Instead, Biden's like, I don't know where I am. Dude, what are we doing, bro? I don't even know what to tell you. Inflation will be pretty bad, but it should go down. It should, whatever. I don't know. How effed up is Hillary? Maybe, I don't know. That other guy's dead, right? Imagine that. Imagine Alex Jones as president. What's going on in the prime? I met the prime minister of Chile the other day, and we both smoked weed in front of a fire in front of some people that are questionable if they're baby eaters. But here's the thing. I think I made progress. Dude, imagine that. Oh, man. I'll try not hard not to preach anything to you guys, though, for whatever you guys believe in. You know what I mean? I'm just a moron here on YouTube sputtering into a camera. Clinton death risk list is real. I mean, it really seems like it. I hate to, it seems very strange. We definitely know that Epstein did not kill himself. You know that. 100%. Or he did, but he had help from something. Who knows what it was? A pill? Something. He could have ended himself. But he could have had to end himself. Anyway, Ted DiBiase. Every time someone says NXT in the chat, the only thing I can tell you is that I liked Ted DiBiase and LA Knight. I actually want to see where that goes, and I want to see how LA Knight reacts with the $1 million title. And Cameron Grimes was cheered the loudest, I think, so they did a good job with that. They've gotten him over there. That's really cool. So shout out, for that. Good job there. I wish I could run so I could...
Shit bomb!
I don't know.
You become a shit bomb.
Cronin for president, Drew for VP.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I could take Drew as a VP. I would trust him to be VP. I think it'd be interesting. You'd have a guy who is more right-leaning than me, but will lean left on some things, and me as a left-leaner who will lean right on some things, as a combination of president. I think we would probably get things done the right way. And I would also acquire Leah and the devious one as people to correspond with as far as decision making. I would look for the most opposite, and then people in the government. I would pull in a couple people who are extreme sides of things. I'd bring everybody to the table. I'd bring in who's the green person, the Green Party leader, Jill something. What's her name? Jill something or other. I would bring her in. I would bring in past military leaders as well. Create these teams. I would bring in scientists, top scientists. I mean, there would be all these things. We would just have meetings every single day. I mean, all the time about where things are going, what the real data on things are. Deliver that real data to the American people. Instead of having these briefings of narratives. You know, Trump and Biden especially with these just narrative meetings, Kamala Harris, narrative meetings about this or that and the other thing, about how we're going to do this, that, or the other thing because we said so, because they say so. No, I want presentations of real numbers, real facts, and where they can be found, how they can be proven. I want to know what love is. I want you to... No, I'm just kidding. I want to know where these... why scientists are saying this, why the numbers are what they are, and I want to tell the American people that instead of just saying the scientists say so, because that doesn't work anymore, because the American people now don't trust the scientists, because you keep saying science under theory and under belief, current belief. Science now means current belief or current narrative. That's what science now means. You use science as fact, but it really means current view, current narrative. It doesn't mean mathematical proof. It doesn't mean that. It should mean that. It doesn't mean that. It never has meant that. Science is always about discovering what the truth is. And along the way, different truths will appear, and different theories will appear, and different facts, and different beliefs, and different measures will happen, getting to the truth of what's real. You can theorize from across the lake that that blue stuff over there is a reflection of the sky on a clear ground, and that's the science. Then you can theorize that that lake over there is liquid oil sludge. And then you can actually get up to the lake and scoop it in your hands and say, oh, this is some kind of a liquid. Okay, now it's a liquid. And now you can start to learn to test it and say, oh my goodness, this is drinkable. It's drinkable. I can drink it. So now it becomes fact that you can drink it. And then you die from diphtheria the next day. And then you realize it's not safe to drink. It was drinkable, but it really wasn't safe. It's killing people. And then you can find out that, oh, wait a minute, it's this bacteria that's in the lake that's making the water not safe to drink. If we eliminate the bacterial problem and we boil the water, you actually now can drink it, making it safe. Oh, now that's a fact. And you get to these levels. But all of those facts, levels, discoveries were all called science. So science is not fact. Science is a process. The facts you gain from the science are important. That's what's important. It's not, you can't just say science. Like, that doesn't mean it's true. But science is becoming the new religion. So back in the day when you would say to someone, I'm going to have sex with Samantha, she looks hot. And then your friend would say, you can't do that, you'll go to hell. Jesus says you can't do that, you'll go to hell. And you look at him and you go, dude, you're fucking insane, okay? That is religion. Control of the mind. Science is now the new religion. Since most people have abandoned religions, there's always got to be some sort of religion, right? It just, you realize it. Because people are insane. People always have to belong to some group or weird higher power to believe that they're better than everybody. So science is that new thing. Science is the new thing where you say, you're wrong because science, you idiot. You have to follow this science. You have to follow God and religion because it said so. You have to follow Jesus or Allah or whatever. Yeah, it's all control and it's all some weird level. It's a way to sort of figure out why you exist and what's real and not real. It's stupid. I like science. I love science. I like science too. But you can't just hide behind what you believe, take the science that you have available and put that into your beliefs and say, oh, my beliefs are absolutely true because science. You can't do that. And that's what it is. It's atheists trying to save non-soul all the time. They're like evangelicals, slow death. It's true. And I'm fairly atheist. I'm more of a, I would call myself, we've called me, what have we called me before? Agnostic or something. I don't know. I'm open to anything. But anybody who believes in one thing to me is, I think is nuts. That's just me. I think people are crazy. I don't want to attack people who are religious, and I want people to believe in their religion. It seems like the new religion of science is like, they laugh at you and they really look down on you if you support a religion, you know, which is Garfield the cat, thanks for subbing. They look down on you and they treat you like you're a less than human, stupid moron if you believe in God and those things, which I think is wrong. It's wrong to treat religious people that they're stupid and, you know, morons and less than. But they do that, you know? I don't know why. Religion's not for me, but why, you know, I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Everybody does it, though. Muslims do it to Christians. Christians do it to Muslims. Jewish people do it to everyone. People do it to Jewish people. Other religions do it to everybody else. I like the Buddhists myself. But, and now science people do it to all religions. And they hide behind the science, I guess, because it's their religion. So, you know, they get things wrong, though, too. I like science. Science has been amazing, and discovery has been amazing for us. But it's also hurt before, because a lot of stuff is based on experiment or trial, you know? And you can get things wrong and hurt people. So you gotta, it's weird. It's a slippery slope, but you gotta be careful. Kimberly Johnson, what's going on? Kimberly, pansexual? No, I wouldn't say. I don't even know what pansexual is. Quantum physics has discovered the God particle, dark matter, the fabric space-time, essentially showing these parts the universe cannot comprehend. That's true. We really have a tough time comprehending quantum mechanics and the levels that we're on. We're all vibrating. We are all waves right now. This material in this car is moving. It's on a vibration. It really is. That sounds crazy if you don't know what I'm talking about. But if you actually look up the science, it's true. We are learning it's true. We just don't know what that means and what's going on. But there seems to be a quantum numerical reasoning behind everything. We're basically in a video game, but not like that. Everyone always says we're living in a video game world. Not really, but kind of. There's a code that's running in this world and universe. Everything makes sense mathematically if you look at it. Mathematically, everything makes sense and lines up. It's the reason why there's things you can do using the code physically. We're operating on this two-dimensional physical arena, but there's so much more to it if you figure it out that's going on. And it's not like the Matrix necessarily. It's not like we're in a computer simulation, but it's like that in a way if you think about it that way. We're numerically... We're changing, we're building, we're moving, we're advancing, we're developing all together as one conscious mind, in a way, as one big conscious code. It's crazy, you know? I think that, and I don't know what we're evolving to or towards on a conscious level. I'm not sure. But it's something. I don't know pansexual. I think that's sort of like bisexual in a way, but not quite. I don't know. I mean, cool. I mean, can you imagine being able to just bang everybody? That's wild. You know? GTS, I mean, I think we all listen to Jim Cornette here or there. I've listened to Jim forever, man. I like him because I like his ability to go off out of nowhere and really ad-lib and stuff like that, and to... Oh, shit. Thank you, Joe. I mean, I appreciate that. I definitely bang her all the time. The Matrix was a documentary. In some ways, right? The Matrix, in some ways, is our conscious level explaining that. The world is like the video game world. You know, in a video game, you can't see the code in a video game. But the code is there. But you can't see it. You can only operate in the video game as the code allows you to, and as it's programmed. And it's really hard to get out of that because you can't see the code. It's the same way in our world. You can't see the code. You can't see what's going on here. But because we see matter, and it's not the way that you think. It's everything is vibrating in waves. I don't know how to explain it. We either all are one soul or we all have multiple souls. You know, I don't know. But we all are this... It's hard to explain because I'm such a moron. But it feels that way. And more proof keeps coming from the quantum mechanics and quantum physics realms, and from our own awakenings that are going on. The code is John Cena, we can't see him. That's true. That's definitely a possibility. I don't know, man. I still don't. I feel like we're dead when we die, but I feel like the answer is that even though your personal soul, your personal body and brain may die, you're still existing in the overall of everything, and in the code and in the consciousness of the world. So you're not really dead, but you're not really alive either. Everything is zero. Spanish Slot says, I'm gay for Jesus. That's crazy. So that's why I don't think our minds can comprehend it, because your mind can't comprehend the beginning of anything, of the universe. Your mind can't do it. You're like, all of a sudden it began, like, doesn't make any sense. Or that makes sense to you, but what doesn't make sense is that it always existed and never existed. That, you can't deal with it. That's why I think that that's the answer, is because your brain can't comprehend it. But our brains are capable of growing and learning and changing, and that's why you sort of kind of can comprehend it. Like animals can't comprehend certain things. Dogs, years ago in the wild, wolves and dogs, years and years ago in the wild, couldn't comprehend love. But now, our animals and pets, after we've made them pets over the years, now comprehend love. Because if some owners will die and a dog will cry for days, weeks. A dog will look for his owner, sad, and cry. His brain, that dog's brain and emotion, has evolved since the beginning to have this emotional connection to its owner, or to its master, or to its pet. Some pets will kind of view you as a pet in a way. So that dog would never have cried for an owner years, or a companion thousands of years ago. But now it does, because of how they've changed, been bred and grown and developed on a much slower level than humans. But we are developing and growing as well, to see things that we didn't see before, to have emotions that we didn't have before potentially, and to have vision that we didn't have before potentially. Many animals can love as well. It's in them partially because of the feelings of, taking care of a child, or taking care of a cub, or whatever it is for an animal. So I don't know. Those are slight, small examples. It also is part of why when you say, well, what if we die? You know, when we die, we become nothing. What if we die, we have souls and we continue on in some way of wave, light, soul, consciousness? What happens to animals when they die? And that's because when the ball got rolling years and years ago, we're part of it feels like a simulation and a game and a code that's ever expanding and growing, from bacterias to animals to life to consciousness to plants to trees to environment to us. It's all connected. You know, who had their heart broken? What are you talking about? I don't have heat stroke in the car yet. No, thank you. Thanks for subbing, guys. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm rambling on. Oh my god, a bird just landed right next to me. Holy shit. Did anyone see that in the corner? It just landed right on the mirror and just looked at me. Holy shit, what the hell? Dude, this bird landed right on the mirror and then just stared at me for a second, and then it flew away. That was wild. It stared right at me. Oh, oh, oh. I'm sorry. That was weird. I just saw the end of your comment, Derek, so I didn't know if I missed something. As I was talking about animals, yeah, that was very crazy. That was wild. The bird was... You saw that, right? I wish you could have seen him on the mirror right here looking at me. That was wild. That was crazy. It's a spy bot, says Paul. I'm going to be killed. Birds are FBI drones. Well, we found out birds are racist the other day. Washington Post with the front page of birds are racist. Yes, I've heard of Swerve, GTS. Of course, he's always in here. Jaden, God Particle, High Power. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, and none of it, I don't think any of us know 100% what we're talking about, but we know something. We're on to something. With God particles or waves or, you know, black holes, quantum mechanics, quantum physics, quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement is an amazing thing to look up because it's becoming provable more and more. And the idea that you could do something here and it be affected in another plane of existence, so that you do something here and in a parallel universe or in another dimension, you're affecting something there, and you're finding that out somehow, or we're finding that out on a almost think Stranger Things, I guess, in a way. Which is why we could be seeing things that happen that don't seem possible. We could be affecting it. We don't even know it. There's a lot of things that are going on. Oh my God, the black tip. What's up, Drew? Hey, thanks to Justin McNeil. He became a $25 producer again on Patreon. You guys, without you guys' donations and the Patreon stuff and the live stuff, monetize this, corrupted podcast, all that stuff, which is returning this week. Obviously, I can't do work anymore, and I can't do the shows. So thank you guys for, supporting that. RJ Scum. That's an interesting thing about the Book of Revelations and the Bible, because there are Bibles and books before the Bible, way before the Bible, that all have the same and similar stories. Why is that? Why are there books about the same sort of things happening thousands of years before the Bible? Or hundreds of years, I guess. Why is the Bible so right about so much? And it always feels like it's happening. It's because everything does happen. It repeats itself. History is constantly repeating itself to some kind of perfection loop or some kind of advanced loop. Holy fuck. Are you guys seeing this? Nostradamus, says Lonely Office. I don't know what this means, but it means something. You know, and this is... Hopefully me and Jesse can do a After Dark on this at some point soon. It means something. I don't know 100% what it means, but something, it's out there, you know what I mean? And I feel like we are, like I said, we are experiencing this awakening a little bit of an awakening here. You know, potentially another time when there was an awakening, I don't know of a good example of when. You know, maybe the Renaissance was sort of like an awakening artistically and expression-wise. People were so ready to express themselves through art. People are so expressing themselves now through social media in a way that's never been done before, which is self-serving and selfish, because we all can make a video and throw it up somewhere and get it out to everybody. So, you know, this awakening is potentially this conscious social connection that everybody has, for better or worse, on the internet. We've never been able to reach out and grab so many other humans virtually than we are right now, ever. Even when the internet started, even when the internet was popular, even when MySpace was out, there's never been a time where you could connect on such a massive scale or ever get so much feedback from a video. If you spent every day of your life for the next year putting out 2 videos a day, doing something crazy or saying things, you at some point in that year would be likely to have been seen by thousands of people. 80% of everybody would have never experienced that before. So we're operating on a social connection level that has never happened before. Very strange, very interesting, and we're dealing with that now in its infancy, and it's running amok and being crazy, because with great power comes great responsibility. And you have great power, and you want to just say, I can change the world by saying this, that, or the other thing. Whether that's good or bad, it's affecting the world and people's lives, good, bad, or the other. So, you know, what would that be like if you went back in time at any point in time? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It would allow the very best. It would allow a child who's 7 years old, who saw his house burn down and his family die inside. That 7-year-old has a GoFundMe, and now will have $500,000 for college and a home potentially through the power of GoFundMe. It will allow the story of a sad story to get out to everybody so that more people can help and comment than ever before. It can also help a misunderstanding spiral out of control and become a very negative thing where before it wouldn't have. It will also help justice be served for something that may have flown under a radar. And the lines of all of that begin to blur. And the power of the internet and of good people, bullies, and misguided people and misunderstanding to be inflated beyond capacity of any previous decade, century, or year. It eccentrifies and can grow beyond the imagination of any previous time period ever, for the most part. My thoughts on Samoa Joe coming back. I think everybody loves Samoa Joe. I think Triple H couldn't believe that he's got this toy to play with. And I think Samoa Joe is good. I'm not the biggest Samoa Joe fan myself, really. I've been bored by the fact that he hasn't been able to do anything. I hope to see good stuff from him. We've already seen the choking of Adam Cole, which was already hilarious. That was already the most entertaining thing that Joe has done since his promo on AJ Styles 3 years ago now. And that's not his fault. So, I'm ready for Samoa Joe. Why am I still streaming an hour and 20 minutes? Well, because I need to eat lunch, and we need to see a Area 51 donation come in, because I want to eat lunch today. I'm not kidding. Zach McNulty says, hoping he's fully cleared by the end of the year and can get in the ring. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But at least Triple H can do entertaining things with him. You know what I mean? And entertain us. I just said anus, by the way. Thanks to Larry, who just became a $4 patron. Just become a $5. One more dollar and you unlock a bunch of stuff. Just become the $5. $4 will only get you the $1 tier or the $2 tier. Just go to $5, or go down to $2, because otherwise you're wasting $3 or $2. I can't do math because I'm a dumbass. You know what I mean? Do-do-do-do. What up, Chris J? How you doing? Shout out to Joe Bishop. I had some fun last night playing Last Epoch alongside Diablo. That was cool. Very excited about Halo. What up, Big Merc? I'm gonna murk your ass. I'm having a blast right now. We talk some deep shit. I mean, I could probably get some people on who know a lot more about what these things, that can convey them properly to you, as opposed to me sort of randomly, vaguely, throwing them out there. You know what I'm saying? It's 109 degrees today, Big Merc. What are you saying? 109, what's 109 today? The temperature? It's like 80 something here. I don't know. I'm a teddy bear fighter. In the chat, let me know if you're watching NXT, AEW. Are you watching NXT or AEW, or are you watching everything or nothing? I don't know. Let me know what you're watching. We did cover a ton of subjects here, Zach McNulty. It's nearly 100 in Denver. Jesus. Well, that was spike a shooting. I also really like the promo where Samoa Joe's roasting his opponents. Yeah, that's good. A lot of AEW. Arizona's really hot. It's going to get very hot. The grid in Texas is having trouble too. They're asking residents not to use up their power too much. I mean, it's a simple solution as far as I'm concerned, Texas. Listen, the world is changing. There is some kind of global change happening temperature-wise. Why that's happening, whatever, I don't know. We could talk about that later. But it's going to get worse. Here's the other thing. Well, I think they just need to create some more solar power and panels. I think neighborhoods need to come together. Neighborhoods, local towns, and cities need to come together. And they need to do their best to create some solar panel farming, to put solar panels on homes in neighborhoods or in locations in neighborhoods that could potentially help boost the power. It will help everybody have more energy and power, and it will also help everybody share the solar energy. I think we are badly in need of a discovery as far as harnessing the power of solar energy. Right now, in order to power a car, you wouldn't really be able to, because you couldn't fit enough solar panels on the car to cover the power it would need to power the car. So because of that, you're going to have that trouble. We are desperately in need of an invention or a breakthrough as far as harnessing solar power into timesing it by 10 to 100. If there can be a chip or a process or some kind of new way to convert the sun's energy into a higher amount of energy. We need that to happen. We need to solve that problem. If we can figure out a way to make one solar panel save and harness the energy and what's the word? Times the energy, or what's the words I'm looking for here? There's a word I can't figure out. Someone multiply. Yeah, multiply is kind of the word. Yes, yeah, multiply the energy, Paul. Multiply the energy. There's another word I'm looking for too, but multiply works. If we can multiply the energy by a factor of 5, 10, 100, whatever, somehow, like, dude, that will be huge, because then you can power a car. Because at some point, right now, it's like computers. Everything starts off too big and then it shrinks, right? The computers start off huge. You had to have gigantic rooms for computers. Now the phone is insanely powerful. So if we can get a car covered in solar power right now, panels can't be powered for more than 5 minutes, right? So you can only get in the car and drive the car about 5 minutes or less before it shuts off. I mean, yes, you can power the car a little bit and it will help a bit, but it's nowhere near efficient at all. It doesn't work. So what do? They can almost power like buses or something, because they have more room to cover solar panels, but it's not efficient enough. It doesn't work. So if we can find a way to times the solar panel, multiply solar panel energy by 10, 5, 100, whatever, there could be some point in the future where you just have one solar panel on the top of the car and your car is powered. And even if the sun goes away for whatever, as long as your solar panel got 2 hours of sun, it will last 48 hours. And every car would have to have an emergency battery backup that could last 1 hour to 2 hours. But that would be huge, man. Can you imagine that? You just stick the fucking panel on your car, and that's it. 2 to 3 days. As long as you get 2 hours of sun, you get 2 to 3 days of power, even if it was dark out completely for 2 to 3 days. At some point, I would think that we would be able to invent that or create that, or there'll be a breakthrough, I would think. And we'll laugh at the fact that back in the day, you used to cover your house with solar panels, and you used to have to cover shit with solar panels everywhere, where now you only need a small little box on your house, and, that's how you get power. And you have to pay, they'll probably sell those boxes for $3,000 to $5,000, and you'll buy them, and that'll be your energy. I don't know. Potentially could be what happens. I don't know. Hector Gutierrez says need more nuclear power. Stored solar energy, Zach McNulty says. Yeah, we're getting super weird in this podcast, but it's super fun, isn't it? I don't know. I'm having a good time. Let me just sip some more drink. I wish I was at a Popeye's chicken. I'm probably going to go in and make eggs, to be honest. We've really been on for a while here. And, let's see, 6, 10. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a nice cock sandwich. No, I'm gonna do eggs. You seeing any surprises at Hell in a Cell? I don't think so. I don't think so, because there's still no live crowd. So I don't know. I don't think so, because there's still no crowd. I think they're gonna. I don't know, I just feel like anything good would be with a crowd, it feels like. But then again, who knows? Maybe nothing good will happen with any crowd, or no crowd, or some crowd. You don't have to wear masks in Massachusetts anymore, so there's no masks. But there's still some places that, like, they want you to wear them, so, but there's no law, I guess, so, I don't know what people do. But I haven't been wearing them. You know what I mean? I haven't been wearing mine, so that's basically what we do. AEW will be back on Wednesdays, June 30th. Wow, 2 days after my birthday. I think for my birthday, I'm going to do a live stream from the swimming pool and then drown myself. No, I don't know. I'll be in a swimming pool, though, probably. Potentially. Fuck, I don't know. This coffee's kicking in. I'm getting like antsy, that jittery feeling, because the coffee's kicking in, which is good. That means I'm probably going to clean up some shit around the yard and go on my, I got a call I got to do and do some other stuff. I don't know. I think that's about it. I think I covered just about everything. Wow, real spine-chilling stories online. That is, you are lucky because 70 degrees. That's super nice, dude. This is hot. It's hot today. It's too hot today. It's just too hot today. I just cut the grass, the front yard the other day. I got to cut the backyard today. I couldn't cut the backyard yesterday because the kids were running around in the backyard, and I was like, all right. What's up to your girl, Real Spine, Cody? What's up, Janelle? I'm going to be 37 years old in a couple of days. I'm probably going to start I'm already hitting the midlife crisis, I think, because I'm like, what? I'm going to be 40 in 3 years. I feel like I was just 26. And then I was like, wow, I can't believe I'm 30. This is crazy. And now I'm 37. Like, I feel like I've been doing YouTube now for 9 years, 10 years. What's up, Beersy? I don't know, man. The worst is that I'm an idiot still. You know, I'm 37 years old and I'm dumb. So at least my kids, I don't think, will be dumb. So they're pretty smart, and they got things going on at school and stuff. I was already bad at school at this point. Like, they're already all better at school right now than I ever was. So that's good news, I think. But yeah, you're getting white hairs already? Shit. Yeah, I do get tired earlier, I think. It's true. But I'm also pretty, who knows? I don't know. Kids today have more opportunities. Maybe. I think there's some things they do, but I also think some things that people were good at back in the day was a real specialty. There was a real special thing to it, where sometimes now anybody can do many things. So, I'm not sure. Kids today have more opportunities. You're probably right. I think, like I said, with jobs earlier, I think this is a question that came up like an hour ago and then I started answering and then never finished. But I would say the auto parts place that I worked at was good, and also the shoe company when I worked in customer service. I think those jobs all had good, I had good health insurance. I graduated up and up. I grew up and up in those jobs, from, you know, driver in auto parts store to an assistant manager to a sales rep assistant manager. So I think I really enjoyed the auto parts company I worked for, because I could drive whenever I wanted to, but at the same time I was also being a sales rep, and at the same time I was also in charge of a store. So, and I was young then too, so I would say that job was fun. 3 years of that. I would say that the customer service job at Clark's, where I used to work, was good, because I started as an email person, then a phone guy, then I was training phone people, then I was sort of like managing the customer service reps. I was taking all the escalations. I was kind of like a manager in that position. I would be in charge of the whole customer service department when the managers weren't there. So that graduation of progress in jobs and companies that I worked for, those are my favorite things. When you start small and work your way up, you get raises, you get more responsibility, and when your talents are utilized. You know, in the auto parts industry, my customer service talents were utilized. My sales my sales abilities were utilized. And in the customer service job, obviously my customer service and ability to communicate was utilized. So when you get to use your skills in the job you're doing, you're going to be happier, right? Whereas, like, if you're working someplace and you're miserable and you feel like you're not being utilized, that's no good. Like, if you're really good at organization and you enjoy putting things away and in order, and you're working a stock job overnight and you're enjoying it a little bit slightly because you're like, I'm so good at organizing, I love doing it. I'm so good at putting things where they need to be and creating organization and theorizing it and writing it down on a piece of paper, that you'll do well because you're utilizing your skills while you're listening to podcasts or stuff like that. So it feels like you're working, and it does suck, but at the same time it doesn't suck, and you'll do okay with it because you're utilizing. But if you're not good at organization and you hate monotonous stuff or repetitive stuff, you're going to go crazy at something like that. I would. I have. So it's one of those things, man. So people that enjoy that will enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. Have you tried selling your organs on the black market, Joe? No, not yet. I think they'd be damaged goods at this point. You know what I mean? I think that my organs would be damaged goods, you know? You have a manager who is like, it's his way or the highway. I mean, yeah, Kermie. Please, stop making me stock the shelves. That sometimes can work really well for a company, having a manager like that, but also can work not well for an employee if your personality doesn't sync up with his. You need to be a very team-oriented person to deal with that, I think. You got to be super team-oriented. I had a manager like that when I worked at the mall, when I was a sales rep at the mall, and they were so crazy about everything, you know? And I was miserable at that. Yeah, everything was wrong, everything was bad, everything had to be fixed every second, everything was whatever. And it was not, and a lot of times it's not necessarily they're wrong, right? Because they're probably running an efficient place. But I think that the problem is, you know, that you're just not gelling with that type of, you know, that type of deal. You probably wouldn't be good in the military either, you know? Oh boy. Alright. I think we've run our course here. I think I've said everything we can say. Talked about everything to talk about, potentially. And I'll have more later. I think me and Jake are going to record a podcast. And I'll have my podcast up either way. And I am out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out, listening to the babble. And I think that's it. Check out the Patreon. Check out my Instagram. And tonight there's no AEW because it's on Friday still until the 30th of June, I think. So I'll be doing something, but there's no AEW. So we'll catch you guys later. And any shout-outs I missed we'll get later as well. Take some shrooms and hide in the shed. That'd be fucking terrifying, it sounds like to me. I don't know. That's a scary thing. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.